How many airline service airports versus general aviation airports are there? How do we avoid weather? And if we get in it, how do we get out of it? And why don't airplanes hit each other? All this explained right now.
It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
There's 10 times more airports in America that service private aviation than there are airlines. Around 5,000 general aviation airports and 500 airline service. We're talking convenience. Yes, it's fun to fly on a jet, but seriously, when you need to get somewhere and you got to go through 5 cities or drive 40 minutes after you get to the airport, no. Just land at a regional airport, a couple minutes from where you need to go. So why are we going to airline airports? Only for convenience, because it costs a lot of money to bring one of these planes into these airports. Most of the time, regional airports are cheap. But something to think about. It might be close, but you're dealing with a lot of planes. There are over 45,000 air traffic control operations by the FAA per day. Sometimes over 5,000 planes at a time that the FAA is dealing with. And most of them are at those 500 airports. That's why you want to stay outside of them. If you go in like Atlanta, there's 61 million seats a year flying out of that airport. First busiest, second is Dallas, coming in at 48 million, and Denver at 46 million. Don't go there because it might be closer, but you're going to be in huge delays. It's going to be like traffic in New York City during rush hour. No, thank you. Well, your eyeballs get that big. You're looking all around. Air traffic control will be screaming at you. Traffic, 2 o'clock, same altitude. Turn left immediately, 15 degrees. Whoop! If you don't see it, or if you see it, you call it traffic in sight. No big deal. You also have something in your airplane that just starts screaming at you. Traffic, traffic, traffic. And it lights up really bright. If you don't see it, don't try to wait until you see it. Like evasive maneuvers, climb, descend, all those things. But we have a long time, lots of heads up before that actually happens. So air traffic control, traffic collision avoidance system, good stuff. Oh yeah, good old-fashioned eyeballs. Keep them open. See all these black things right there? Those are airplanes. And if I zoom in, you can see my airplane dead center in the middle. You look at that +1, 0, that means 1,000 feet above, or +01, that's 100 feet. I always just add 2 zeros. That's situational awareness, so when I'm flying, I can see those planes. Hopefully it's not at my altitude, and we can avoid them. Air traffic control will also communicate. Oh my gosh, look at this. See these diamonds? Those are those airplanes flying around in 3 dimensions. So that one actually looks to be at my altitude. I'm on the ground right now, so it's probably departing. And to add one other area of situational awareness, there's our airplane on the ground right there. I can zoom into exactly where I am. I'm zooming out, and it's starting to show all my traffic, and it'll show you 1 mile or 2 mile. Can zoom out even more, 24 to 40 miles. So as I get really close to an object, I can start zooming in to see like how close it really is to me. I can look up here, I can see it 3-dimensional. I can always look over here, see it as well. The Vision Jet, woo baby, it gives you a lot of information. The most important thing outside of, keeping away from airplanes, TCAS, is weather. Weather is a big nuisance to airplanes. And you know how you deal with that? Well, the Vision Jet has some amazing things. Let's check them out. Weather's usually not a surprise before we take off. We know where it's going to be, but as we go, we need to manage it because it's a living, breathing beast. So in here, I got weather selection. I'm going to just click on my XM weather. And in here, I can get a whole bunch of information. Cloud tops, lightning, storm cell movement, winds aloft. I can click on that. It'll turn on the screen. You're about to see significant weather, ice. There's a lot to choose from in here, but let's see how it's displayed for the pilot. All right, we're going for a flight today to Mammoth in Southern California. We're talking amazing ski resort right here. This blue reflection is snow, and the green is the rain around it. So snow is in the really high elevation mountains, 10, 12, 13,000 feet around there. And you're always looking for the age of that information. Well, if you look right here, that information is 2 minutes old. That's actually taken 2 minutes ago. So it's real time. If I'm flying, I can make a good choice not to go into the areas that I feel like are unsafe. Like this yellow zone, that could be building up to red. Not a good idea. So I might start working my way around that. And sometimes this information takes a while to download. Maybe it's 10 minutes old. I wouldn't really trust that. So I would jump over to onboard radar. Let's take a look at it. Here we go. We got weather radar. I already got it kicked on to auto, and right now it's scanning the sky to see what kind of weather is ahead of us. We can get heavy to light precipitation, and it's measuring the density of the moisture in front of us. Like a thunderstorm, huge thick clouds, that's going to be red and purple. You don't want to see that in front of you. So I'm on the ground right now for this, so it's going to pick up really nothing. And I'll overlay a little bit of radar right now so you can see when it picks up good and bad weather. But this information is real time, unlike the XM when it was delayed, because I'm getting it from satellites. Thunderstorms can grow really fast, so you need this in some circumstances so you can make good, safe decisions to get you home. That's the radar dome. To protect it, we have this IPS, ice protection system right here. A little fluid comes out of that, and it will just totally soak the outside of this dome, preventing ice from forming on it. Why do you want that? Well, ice is like a shield to prevent that radar dome from showing reflection. You can't see through ice. Hey, you made it to the end. I hope you're having a great day. Subscribe, like. That's the end of the video. Meanwhile, I'm gonna get some gas and get taquitos from 7-Eleven.